Hey, what's up guys? Just want to do a really quick review over this air purifier from ToLife. Got this on Amazon probably 3 weeks ago or so. Was looking for something that I could use to clean the air, especially this time of the year. Airborne illnesses are all over the place, and having something that you can purify your house with is extremely important. This particular one can do 1,095 square feet, roughly about 1,100 square feet, which would do most small apartments, particular rooms like a living room or office space. This is fantastic. I use it for my office space just because I spend a lot of time in here, and this is extremely important, having something like this that you can basically mean to keep your air clean. This particular version, the way you would actually go about the air filter here, on the side parts here, you actually just pull these parts off like this. Here is your air filter. So this is a 3-stage air filter. It's got this first layer here that actually gets rid of like the air, or I'm sorry, the pet fur, the bigger particles like that, lint, everything like that is actually what catches on this first filter. The middle filter is your HEPA filter. That's what's going to clear the majority of your pollutants that can get you sick. You want to make sure that those get out, and that middle filter actually gets that portion out. And then you've also got your carbon filter here, which actually helps get rid of like the odors, smoke, stuff like that. This is actually what prevents that. This black filter here, this is your carbon filter, and that gets rid of a lot of those pollutants. The backside here, if you can see it very well, this is your fan. This is actually what's going to be pulling the air in. Whenever you're installing the filter, the black side goes in because that's the last part that you want to be pulling air in first. Comes in like this. You've got a nice little pull tab here on the front, and that's actually how you seal it. To put the case back on here, you've got these bottom tabs. Those slot just like this, and it clicks on just like that, which is really, really nice. I like how simple it is. But it pulls the air in, it shoots it out the top here. There's a nice little panel here. We'll go over here in a second, all the different features that it's got. It's got timers and all kinds of things. As far as the power cord is attached to the unit. It does not detach. It's got roughly, I'd say, about a 6.5 foot long power cord, so you've got all kinds of space there. When you do install it, you want to make sure that you keep the unit 15 inches away from the wall. The back side of it, at least, you want to obviously point this port toward this front part here towards the your room. But the back side, you want to keep it at least 15 inches away from the wall. It tells you that in the guide, and you just want to make sure that you follow those just to make sure that it's functioning at its 100% efficiency. On the back side here, you've got a nice little handle that you can use to hold it. Alrighty guys, so I just wanted to go over the touch panel that it has on this purifier here, just to kind of show you some of the settings that it's got. So when you first plug it in, it's going to have the standby flashing mode. When it's flashing like this, it just means it's on standby. It'll also go into this state after the timer's ran out on it. If it's ran for 2 hours or whatever, it'll go to standby just like this. This is where it only uses less than 1 watt of power because it's completely off except for the button that's flashing here. What you just press it, and it will actually turn it on just like this. It's going to turn green. That's just showing you that it's lit up, and it will actually change, basically telling you what setting you've got it set on. So if you actually look here on so basically if it's green like this, that means it's a really good really good air quality. It'll turn yellow if it's a fair air quality, and then red if it's really bad. But this thing is super, super nice to have, especially if you're not sure what the air quality is. It'll just turn green like this or turn red or whatever if you've got really a bad air quality, so you know that it's working, trying to get it cleaned up for you. To kind of go over some of the settings here, on the top left up here, we've actually got your child lock setting. So this is if you don't want your kid to be messing with it, pressing any buttons on it, you can turn that on. It will turn the child lock setting so that no settings can be changed. You've also got the light button here. You can turn this on or off. If you've got this in your bedroom or something and the light's bothering you, can turn that on and off to turn it back on, or however you'd like. You've also got a UV light option. This will help you kill more germs. You can turn the UV light on, off there. On this side, you've actually got your timer button. So you press that, turns to 2 hours. You've got 4 hours, 6 hours, and 8 hours. You can basically go through all the 4 settings there, set whatever time you'd like, and you also can leave it basically continually on. On this bottom part here, we talked about the power button. That's what that is. And you've also got your speed options. So you've got L1, L2, L3, and then auto. So I don't know if you can pick it up on the microphone, but L3, it is putting out quite a bit of air. It's basically on its highest setting. So it's trying to clean the air as quickly as possible, and it's blowing a ton of air out of this top vent here. But the last setting is what I keep mine on. That's just on auto. Basically, if it's got bad air quality, if the sensor's picking up that it's got poor air quality in the room, it'll kick up to a faster fan speed to clean it, and then go back down to low. That way it's not running at full blast, running the air filter out after time. So I really, really like the auto feature that it includes. So as you guys can see there, it shows PM 2.5 and 0.8. That's telling me my air quality. So the lower the number, the better. Anywhere from 0 to 75 is good air quality. Anywhere from 76 to 150 is fair air quality. And anywhere from 151 to 999 is very, very bad air quality. So 0 to 8, it means my air quality is fantastic. It is very, very clean. That setting is very useful just so you know what your air quality is in case you're not sure what it may be. If it's really dirty or really clean, having that indication there telling you what the quality is very, very nice. I've also got the box here just to kind of tells you a little bit of information on it. I kept it here just so I can kind of read over a few things. This actually pulls 45 watts. If you didn't see my unboxing video, I kind of go over this a little better. But at its peak power, it pulls 45 watts, and when it's on standby, it pulls less than 1 watt, which is really, really nice. It's got 159 CFM, so that's basically how much air is pushing out. On the highest setting is 159, which is really, really nice. It has all kinds of different features on it. It can actually, on its lowest setting, it runs at 23 decibels, which is super, super quiet. If you wanted this in like your bedroom when you're sleeping at night, 23 decibels, you're not going to be able to hear that. It's very, very quiet. It's got a timer setting, which we'll also go over here in a second. It's got 2, 4, 6, and 8 hours, so you could basically run that all night if you wanted to. Got the 3-stage filter that we're talking about, your pre-filter, and then the HEPA filter along with the activated carbon filter that we talked about earlier. And it just says how it's ideal for large rooms. And then on this side, it kind of tells you just a little bit about the filter, how I can pick up stuff like the first filter here pulls up dust, hair, lint, pet fur, and fibers, so that gets a lot of the bigger junk out of the air. This middle filter here can get stuff 99.97% of airborne particles of 0.3 microns in size, so that's super, super small. That's getting rid of the majority of germs in the air, traps pollen, pet dander, fine dust, and smoke particles, so that gets rid of a lot of the stuff that you're breathing in that you shouldn't be. And then you've also got your activated carbon filter, which helps capture and neutralize cooking smell, smoke, odors, fumes, and VOC. So that's like the very fine pollutants, but this is able to get everything in there. It's a very, very nice unit. As you can see, it looks very, very sleek. I really like this cool pattern on here. It sits in my office and it looks very, very nice, very sleek. If you guys are looking for something that's just not popping out and you can just keep it in a corner somewhere, making sure that it's keeping the air clean, this is definitely the unit to go for. If you've got any kind of young children or elderly, having something like this just to keep the air clean is extremely important, just with how airborne illnesses are. You don't want to get anybody sick, and this does a very good job of keeping the air clean for them. So if you guys are looking for an air purifier, I would highly recommend you guys checking this one out from ToLife. It's a very high quality product. I'm extremely impressed with the build quality on it and just how it looks. But I would highly recommend it to you guys, and I hope you all have a great day.